Now, we all know with the state of the United States, what's going on in the current job market and in this presidency. Angela, how is it being a single mom and how are you coping with that?
Now, if you would have asked me last year, I would have been like, "It's a collusion." When my yellow Shaw
So,
said that from Housewives, like, it's a collusion. Like
yeah.
that's what I felt like last year. Last year, I was let go from my job. I did I sign an NDA? I can't remember. But
Hmm.
I had an employee that did not like working for me and told HR I
Yeah.
wasn't happy working there, so they paid me to go away. So I went away. Thought I was gonna have a job immediately because I was gonna stack that
That
paper.
part.
But
That
that's the
part.
job market foreshadowed what's happening right now. Even
Yeah.
though Orange Cheeto wasn't the president, like it's a foreshadowing. So it was rough. Like from
Mhm.
March, I got my first job offer in August. And it was one of my
Okay.
favorite places I love and would love to move to New Orleans, but they sold that part of the business. And I
Okay.
was just like, I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk. My son is like in his senior year. I don't know.
I
And
didn't
they
know
were like,
that.
we understand. And it was crazy because as I was going through the process, even after I denied, like no, I declined.
Yeah.
The same hiring manager reached out to me and was like, we have another job in El Paso. Are you still looking? I'm like, El Paso?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm not going
Yeah.
there. I'm not.
That
But
relocation.
I don't know nobody there. And it's like on the
Mhm.
other side of Texas. It's nowhere near Houston or Dallas or Austin, like the places I would be okay being. So no.
Quick question. Could those jobs be have done, could have, could those jobs be done remotely?
No, because they were plants. So
Okay. Okay, got you.
chemical plants. So no. Mm-mm.
Got it.
Maybe like sometimes from home, but not all the time. Like the job that I lost, where I was already thinking about quitting anyway, is how I was being treated.
Yeah.
Because of what I look like. That was remote, and I would travel to my locations, so
Okay.
it wasn't anything like that. And then the other job offers I had, Houston was the next offer, and it was like they played with me because I kept asking him what's the range for the role, and he was like, "Oh, we're still trying to figure that out." And then they offered me a role, like offered me the job in the middle of a call after telling me they called my old job to ask about me, and I was like, "Who did you ask?" "Oh, we asked so and so in mechanical." I was like, "I didn't even work in that department. I'm health and safety. Like, who did you talk to?"
Yeah.
So, and then they offered me well below the range, like what I was already making. And they were like,
You
well,
know.
since you live in Alabama, we figured we
Oh, they
could
tried to play in your face.
and then 6 months we'll have you move to Houston and we'll give you like $20,000 more. And I'm like, I was making more than $90,000 at my last job. And he was like, you and living in
Why does
Alabama?
my location matter?
No, it doesn't. So that sucked. So I just knew God had something greater for me. So I kept
Oh,
sticking to it. Like I had
love
people
it.
be like, "Well, Angela, what if you don't get a job?" Like, see, I don't need you in my corner because I don't
Okay.
need that type of energy.
The what ifs.
Yeah, I'm big on how you say, what you put in the atmosphere. Like if you're around me and you speaking negatively, I'm not. We're not gonna be cool for a long time. And me and that
I
girl
hear
are no
that.
longer cool, and that's cool with me.
Me.
Like because I kept sticking to the plan, and I got the
Okay.
job that I have now. Because my prayer was I could stay remote. I
Yeah.
don't have to move. I'm not missing any money, and my boss is bomb. Like he's great. I ain't have to move.
Yeah.
Missing no money.
Yeah.
My boss is awesome. I like my boss.
Come
So
on, prayers.
after five, like I had to like
You
so
had to,
I had
yeah.
to go through it. So from August until I was getting offers like every few weeks, and then I just like nah.
Well, that's impressive. You getting
But
offers every few.
yes, but the job I have now offered in December. I started in January, so it was like 9 months
Hmm.
before I got. Uh, I say 9 months of unemployment, 10 months of
Yeah.
no pay. So the severance package I got from my last job, I was like, shoot, I can ball like not ball out, like I can stack because I'm finna get another
Yeah.
job. I was being interviewed by GE Vernova, like these huge companies, and I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a job. Didn't happen that way. Mad at God. It was rough. Like
I understand.
it
Yeah,
was rough. So I was like, I'm mad at you, God. I don't understand what's going on. I'm talking to you right
but
now.
I'm gonna walk the walk. I'm gonna walk the path.
Yeah, and the church I'm a member of, the pastor actually ran track at Alabama, but we've known each other since middle school, and we ran track together. So we
Hmm.
the same age, and me sharing my story with him, he was like, God wants to hear that. He wants to know, like, that's how you have a relationship with him. It's not like because everything is all sewn up and prim
Right.
and proper and together. No, he wants to hear how you are and how you feeling. And the scripture he gave me was Proverbs, like, lean not, what was it, Proverbs? I can't remember. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. He was like, Angela, that scripture is for you. And when I first started, well, I would visit here and there, but when I first came back consistently in
Hmm.
March, because I was on FMLA, and when I got
Yeah.
like, they were like, oh, my doctor said you can go back to work. Soon as I put in my paperwork to come back to work, HR was like, we're gonna give you money because you're not happy working here. And it was the same day I was supposed to come back to work. And I
Dang.
went to his church, and he was like, Angela, Adrian, I don't know what it is, but God has a plan for
Something
you.
for you.
And I was just like, how you know what I'm going through? Because I literally just lost my job.
Yeah.
But the market right now, I know it's a very competitive with all these different people. And I told myself,
There's so many layoffs.
yeah, I told myself I would create waves for myself, create my own
Excuse me.
job,
Mhm.
create my own job. Like now I have one, but the goal is to be working for myself or
Yourself. Yeah.
create that for Adrian as well because I refuse to put my livelihood in somebody else's hands. So
Come on.
that's what I'm working toward.
Say a word.
So anybody that's out there feeling all of that, like maybe it's your time to just take that step for yourself. So I've definitely
Right.
been using Chat GPT to figure out,
Bestie.
yeah, to figure out like just share my business plans and what that could look like. And the guy I actually met on a dating app. He works for himself and he's not afraid to take risk and he does
Yeah.
encourage me in that way. So I'm like, I guess you good for some.
I'm weak, Angela. That's a great. That's a pro. Look, we gonna put it on the pros list. Add it there. That's a great point. Okay, I love all of that. You're right. It is really tough out here these days, but you're right. I think all of this chaos and like unknowing unsettlement, I think it will help people be like, maybe I need to just do this or go down this path, or maybe I need to try this out. I might have gotten, I might have been able to get a new job. That is a blessing for you. But you also are thinking like, okay, I see what's going on. Like I probably need to you learn some things. You learn some things during this whole layoff situation on your path to finding your new employment. You're also like, let me invest in myself. And I think that is probably the largest takeaway from 2024 and our time in 2025 is we all need to start investing in ourselves. I think predicting the forecasting, I think it's time for everybody to start branding themselves.
Yeah.
That's just where it's going. Instagram,
Vintage Angie is my brand. So yeah.
yes. Say it and mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What have you learned about your own resilience? I heard you say that earlier, being resilient. Resilient. What have you learned?
These N words can't hold me back. Like
Come on.
I understand why men listen to the type of music they listen to in the morning time because
Yeah.
it keeps you pumped, it keeps you hyped, but resilience, like I'm always bounce back. I'm not someone that is experiencing what I'm experiencing on my own. I'm
Hmm.
authentic, I'm transparent, I'm myself. If you follow me on social media, I gave you I gave you a light spiel of what I was going through, but a lot of people knew I didn't have a job. A lot of people wouldn't do that either. They wouldn't
I'm
share.
gonna say.
They would continue to act like everything was everything. Like, look, y'all, I had a job. Like, this is what I'm going through.
Girl.
But I do go to Pilates and I do this. And I mean, I'm gonna be okay because
Yeah.
I ebbed and flowed, and at the end I'm like, I'm gonna trust in God because I don't have no choice. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that resilience is everything.
Hmm.
Always relying on the word, having that community. I appreciate my community. I appreciate Sherelle always being like, it's always gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It's also some days I'll be by myself like, it's gonna work out.
Look, we love Sherelle, my line sister. We love her.
So yeah, like just the community, all of
Hmm.
keep that kept me going. And even when no one was answering the phone, like I
Yeah.
knew that was my time to like talk to God. Like
Mhm.
he's like, I'm talking to a friend on the phone. I'm like, all right, big dog, this don't feel good. I don't like this. Can we do something else, please? Why
Can
are we
something
sitting
else change?
here?
Look,
So
get me out of here.
yes, like it wasn't always pretty, and yeah, I don't know if I should say this tonight. It was a
What?
pretty good thing, but ooh, I don't know if I should share. But I did. It did get really bad where I did not think good things about myself. So
That's normal.
it got bad. Like I called one of my friends, so that had my insurance policy, and I was like, I know there's a loophole. So if something happened to me, like Adrian would be okay. And he was like, I need you to get to the other side. And I was just like boohooing on the phone. He
Yeah.
get to the other side, and that's all I kept hearing at that point. Like, get yourself to the other side. So I was like, get to the other side, Angela. Get to the other side. So I finally made it to the other side. But on the other side, there are also other things. Like, I've
There's
only been
still gonna be
employed.
problems.
Yeah, I've been employed for 3 months. So you got an income for 3 months, but your son is getting ready to graduate. You got the college tuition. You got all these
Yeah.
different things like happening. He wants to take a graduation trip that I'm paying for, and I'm like,
Yeah.
am I supposed to pay for a trip and give you a gift? Yeah, it's a
I think you said a lot of things that are real. And I appreciate you sharing that because people need to know that it's okay. You know, it's a saying like it's okay not to be okay, but that's real. Like I through this walk of life, especially being an adult, having all these responsibilities, you will get to places where you're like you get deep down, 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 down,
Like
down,
if
down
there's
in
anywhere
there.
down you can go, like I'm there. We are
You
there.
get
I'm
really
on it.
down deep in there and you have to rely on that resilience and having being tested before or having gone through things before will help you be like, okay, I've been through things before. I know things can get bad, but it's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to be okay. I know I'm strong. I'm going to find my way out of here.
Mhm.
So that's
Just
real.
being grateful,
Hmm.
that gratitude, like
Yeah.
finding like, okay, Angela, so what? You gotta pay yourself to pay your bills. But I was
Right.
able to. I had that stash to where I could pay myself. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, girl, like get over yourself. Even starting back working, like you still have a significant amount in your savings account. So
Blessing.
like, why are you? But for me, it's like I wanted this amount. This is what I worked for. Now I
Yeah.
need this.
I
So.
get it. It kind of rocks you because you have an expectation for yourself or you
Mhm.
think that you're supposed you you worked hard. So it's like I'm supposed to be where I want to be.
Yes.
And when you get knocked down, it's like, what the heck? What the heck? Like
What the helly?
what the helly?
What the
Like
helliance?
that.
Yeah.
Like you work so hard and then to have it taken away from you is very difficult. I get it.
Mhm.
But I was gonna say, I follow you on Instagram. And I was telling you
Thank you,
this
girl.
the other day, and I'm like, your sharing, your realness I feel like, is what's needed on Instagram. Like, we don't want to see everybody smiling all the time. That's why I say, like, okay, I'll say this. I don't really like social media. And that's probably going to be
It
like,
gives
what?
anxiety. It is anxiety.
It's a breeding ground for negative feelings because
Hmm.
everything is so painted so happy. But I get brand. and it might be okay. It's like an escape. You get to go on there and kind of escape from things, or see the positives in people and things that they're doing. But it can be like, damn, I feel like this right now. Um, you know, and nobody else is.
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of conversation is helpful because it's like everybody has down moments. Everybody is can be deep down in the gutter. Everybody's going like this
Yeah,
in
they're
life.
all going
So
through something. I've always had like, especially the last job, the director was like, "You're so authentic, Angela. You just like you're you." And
yeah.
I think having Adrian at a young age, it clicked like,
Mhm.
this is my life. It is what it is. There's no rule book. I'm not gonna let you tell me my life is supposed to
There's
be
a rule
X,
book.
Y, and Z because I'm gonna be myself, and you can never take my truth
Take that.
away from me ever.
I love that. I connect with that. I connect with that so hard.
Yeah, you could never.
You can't take it away from
No, you
me.
could never.
You can't tell me who I'm supposed to be or how I'm supposed to be
Right. Because I
or
can
what
ask
you
you I can
or
ask you
what you
questions
think I'm
about
supposed to be.
yourself. Yeah. And
Yeah.
you probably would tell me what you wanted to tell me.
Right.
But you
But
probably at home in a corner crying.
no, but you are in a corner crying.
Okay. Yeah, 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 that too.
Okay. So what would you tell another mom going through the same thing if she was laid off, or really a parent? I know I phrase everything like mom, she, but there is so many different people raising children. So
Yeah.
what would you tell someone going through something similar?
Oof. I tried my best to not allow Adrian to see me like sad or anything like that. But he did see me sometimes just sitting, and I kept a routine like going to the gym. Like, why are you still here? Aren't you supposed to be at the gym? So you want to
Yeah.
be fat and sad? And I was like, oh my God, I guess I'll
Yeah.
go to the gym. But
Yeah.
I mean, let them see you feel like, look, I'm not, there are ways to do that.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not having a good day today. Like, when I told him I lost my job, he was like, you got fired. And I was like, nah, bro. Like, it was some
Chill,
foul
bruh.
stuff that happened. They paid me. It was very foul. I'm very sad about it. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, we gonna be okay. You know, he didn't feel anything. The engine blew up in his truck. I had to pay for that. Like no
Hmm.
job. So Big Ann still came through. His
Come
mama,
on, Big
his
Ange.
mama held it down. So, ooh, allow them to see you go through those
Yeah.
things. Like, don't.
It's important.
Yeah, because we shield them from so much, but it doesn't teach them how to deal with those emotions or certain things. So it's okay for
And
you,
what adulthood really is.
because they're feeling it all anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's more like validation because they can probably sense it, but it's like, okay. And
something
I don't
wrong with
think
her or him.
I don't think it's a turn off. I think it's just like I get it from
Yeah.
their perspective.
Hmm.